So there we go. And of course, hey, Jose, how you doing, brother?
I'm excellent. How are you guys?
Are you surviving that volcano?
Yeah, we actually this doesn't happen very often, but we got rained ash today. So the explosions that were going on in the morning that I showed you ended up, raining down ashes. So there was a really big explosion, and I'm gonna send you. Uh,
It was snowing ash today. Is that right?
Hey, Jose, try and reconnect there. I think we had a problem. He's giving like an epic description right now, and we can't hear him.
I know.
Hey, Jose, try and reconnect.
Can you hear me okay, Blue Jays, right now?
Your mic is still a bit low.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Jose.
The volcano.
He has the link, right? How about I just, yeah, he'll try and dial back in.
Okay. All right. And then how do I sound right now? Still low?
Yeah, it sounds like it's not coming through, um, your normal channel there.
Oh, okay. Can you give everybody a recap? Those who weren't with us this morning, we talked to EOSys and we talked to, oh, here comes Jose again.
Hey, Jose, can you hear us?
yes, I'm back.
Okay, there you go. We can hear you too. Great.
Hello.
So how are you guys?
Oh,
Hi, Katya.
Hey, how
hello.
are you?
Hello, Katya. Are you part of Meso America as well?
Yes, I am Katia and I'm from Programa Valentina.
Oh, excellent. And then we have Gloria. Looks like Gloria is trying to figure out the sound there.
Gloria, click on the sound.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
there.
listening, guys. Hi.
So you brought some of your team members there, Jose?
Yes, yes. Today, as I told you yesterday, we want to focus on the women of EosMeso. And I want to briefly speak of two women that weren't able to come today before we get to the ladies who are joining us. The first is Anna D'Apolito. She is an Italian woman from Napoli who came to Guatemala many years ago and fell in love with the lake. You see the Mona Lisa behind the Mona Lisa, Lake Atitlan. And she's working very hard for years to save this lake. And if Els Mesoamerica gets elected, her work will be empowered as well as the other ladies I want to speak about. Ana Mariela, who couldn't join us as well today, she's part of Plantemos Mil Árboles. This is an organization that's planting trees all over Guatemala since 2012, and they will plant many more if Els Mesoamerica gets elected. And then if we can go on to speak about Katia and her program, Programa Valentina, I will let her tell you about it.
Of course, my pleasure. So at Programa Valentina, what we're doing is we have a boot camp where we train, certify, and place young Guatemalans in jobs of value. So what we saw is the need for well-paid jobs and the match between companies and young Guatemalans who were coming out of school and did not have enough money to go to university. We wanted to bridge the gap in technology, in gender, social gap, and the gender gap, because most of the young Guatemalans cannot afford to go to university and thus cannot get a well-paid job, and they stay in the same job for many, many years. So what we created is a boot camp based on projects, on Agile and the Waldorf methodology. And we recreated what happens at work. It's like the first 6 months at work, you learn so much. So we created that, the dynamics of a job in our bootcamp in computer labs. That way they get the experience of how to learn, how to be self-learner, how to Google solutions. And that way, once they finish the bootcamp, we certify them on soft skills and basic tech skills. Once we have their certification, we match them with jobs around different industries. And at the same time, we are helping companies grow by finding qualified talent.
Isn't that amazing, Blue Jay?
Right? You guys sound like you have so many.
That's incredible. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. And Blue Jays had his microphone on mute.
Yeah.
That was incredible. And what else should we know, too? I mean, you have another beautiful painting right behind you, I see. We love the paintings in Guatemala.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. This is a local artist, Marlo Barrios.
I think we saw one from him the other day, too, I believe.
He's awesome.
That's right. Fernando had one as well.
Very nice. And how about Gloria? What should we know about Gloria?
So let me please introduce Gloria first. She's a former classmate of mine, and I would call her an activist of liberty in all of Latin America. She has done amazing work to decentralize power and to prevent corrupt people from gaining that power. I'm really honored to have you on, Gloria. Could you please tell the audience why did you join EosMeso America, and what are you gonna tell your 32,000 weekly listeners on your show about it?
Thank you very much. So yeah, I've been working in Guatemala since 8 years ago. I specialized in political science and international affairs. And at first, when I was younger, I had this idealism of working, I don't know, in the IMF or the World Bank or the UN. But by studying, I found people like Dambisia Moyo from Africa or William Easterly that taught me that this centralized way of ending poverty just wasn't working, that this idea of top-down plans to end poverty were not working. So I went back home and I went back to the radio. I've been doing radio since I was 19 years old. And my main focus was to tell young people to stop waiting for government to give them education opportunities, because in Latin America we find government after government not interested in educating people. In fact, the more ignorant people are, the best for the corrupted governments that we have. So we need to empower young people to tell them, listen, stop waiting for the top bottom solutions. You have to be your own individual, making changes for your own education, being proactive. And this is where I found that technology, social media, internet was an excellent way to look up for scholarships to study abroad. So by making young people aware of the power that they have, my social media pages grew, and then I started working not only in Guatemala but all over Latin America. I have almost 600,000 people in social media, and I started promoting cryptocurrencies and blockchain proposals as an excellent way to end up corruption and putting back people as the leading the leading solutions for the problems that we have in Latin America. So when Jose told me that he was promoting EOS, I told him, great, this is one of the things that we would like to host on our radio show, where we are constantly promoting the importance of rule of law. Because in Latin America, if we don't promote rule of law, we're never going to have individual rights completely defended. And if you don't have your individual rights, your rights to freedom, to your life, to your private property, then nothing that you build from there up is going to work. You have to have a solid base in order for everything else to keep on being good for civil society. So I think that EOS brings a lot of good opportunities for not only people in Guatemala, but all over Latin America, to keep track and control for how their money is spent and what do their bureaucracies are doing or not doing in order to make them more efficient.
Oh, I can feel the passion from here. That's amazing. And Jose, are you bringing all of Guatemala with you? Because it seems like over the weekend we've met almost everybody.
Well, not all, but at some point I hope so. and we also have Laura. I don't know, Laura, can you hear us?
Yes, with a little difficulty because I am out of my house, but I will try to to give my opinion about EOS Mesoamerica and my experience to be a part of a great initiative and an important initiative to our country and I hope to the world.
Yes, Laura is a very special lady, and she's a top-notch lawyer, and she's worked with several large businesses in managing change. And so what I told her is there's a lot of change going to be managed once we get EOS up and running, and so she's an excellent addition to the team. And I don't know, Laura, could you speak of what brought you on? What do you like about the EOS?
Well, thank you, Jose. Well, what I am doing right now is work for a big group of companies here in Guatemala. What I'm trying to do every day is give my advice to help to this company to be successful, to develop its business here in Guatemala, and also to develop very important social responsibility programs to our country because we are we believe that our work be transcendental to help people to change its world. And Guatemala needs very much for healthy businesses and also to initiatives like EOS Mesoamerica and to let know to the world how the potential that we have as a country, and the only thing that we need is a little push to move forward.
So for people who are not familiar with the term Mesoamerica, what region in the world does that comprise? I know it's many countries.
Anybody want to answer this, ladies, or should I?
I can answer it. So Mesoamerica comprehends the southern part of Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. And it's the geographical section where Mayans and Aztecs used, and a lot of other cultures used to trade. And the reason why it makes sense to, organize this beyond the borders of the actual countries that we have is because we share the same climate, the same background, the same food. Like the food that we have is pretty much the same, and also we have developed most of the problems that we have, like corruption, excessive bureaucracy, and the challenges that we have with our young generations are also the same. We face gangsters, we face drug dealing problems. So it makes sense to make the region work as a whole because it has the same challenges and therefore it can have the same solutions.
Kevin, we're not able to hear you at all now.
He's too busy partying.
Yeah.
So, ladies,
he partied a little too hard.
This is called the EOS launch party. So maybe we do a little dance for the people. You want to do a little dance? Yeah.
I hit the breaking news button by mistake, guys. Anyhow, thanks for doing that dance. I got the buttons thrown off for a little bit here, but if you guys want to do another disco, we can do it in 3, 2, 1. There you go. All right. Hey, so you guys want to stay on? We have another guest coming up. They will be coming on shortly. EOS Amsterdam. You guys are welcome to stay, but if you have to go, we understand.
Ladies, it's up to you.
Thank you, guys. Hope to see you soon.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, thank you very much, and good luck with EOS Amsterdam now that comes ahead. I hope I could stay, but I have another Skype meeting to attend to. But thank you very much for the opportunity, and we'll be in touch.
Thanks,
Bye.
Gloria. Pleasure having you on.
Thank you, Jose, and thank you for the opportunity to give my words to the project and to you.
Oh, thanks, Laura. Jose, so what was going on yesterday with that volcano, dude?
Oh man, it was this morning actually, or last night and this morning. It's called Volcán de Fuego, which means the fire volcano.
Yeah.
So it's not too strange for it to go off like this, but it was a special eruption. It doesn't happen, that often. I think last time we had this was maybe 3 years ago. But yes, it was beautiful to wake up and see the fire being born. And I took it as a omen of to signal the approval of the earth for what we are doing. So that's just my superstition. But yeah, it was something to dance to for sure.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so that's a good omen for what? The launch, probably?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. How is EOS Amsterdam?
We can't hear you. Oh, there you
We're
go.
good. Yes, I'm good. I think the rest is coming on as well. I shaved off my mustache.
Oh,
It was too strange to talk serious topics with such a mustache. And I'm wearing a sweater. I have many, so this is a clean one again.
very
Cool
good.
logo.
Um,
I don't hear you.
yeah.
Kev, I don't hear you.
Yeah, Kevin seems to be having a problem with his audio, so he'll probably try and reconnect. So, Rhett,
Okay.
tell me what's going on. Any new developments that you can share, or how's everything going?
Well, I validated whether my tokens were still there.
Okay.
And so very happy that I could find them back on the blockchain. And yeah, Boy is not doing all the work, of course. We are only mentally supporting him. Jets is coming on as well. He has he's really want to work on the constitution because he thinks that can have some serious improvements. So yeah, it's a normal day, I would say, in the launch sequence, but very busy, of course.
Right, like there is anything such as normal. I mean, this only happens once, once, right? So
Yeah, I know, but it's crazy times.
yeah, tell
I'm
us a little.
very happy to be a part of it.
What time is it over there in Amsterdam?
It's 11:25 now in the
Okay.
evening, so almost 12 o'clock
Okay, in the evening.
in the evening. Yes, yeah,
Okay.
it's dark. I put up all the lights to have a good camera.
Rhett, do you have any sort of estimates or guesses as to when the mainnet is going to come up? People are obviously thinking, and same to you, Jose. Same question to you.
Yeah, I saw some communication on that. The validation sequence could take 48 hours, but I'm not sure if that was something that was just to manage expectations or really because nobody had a clue on how long that all that phase could end up.
And you, Jose?
I was part of a call this a few, maybe 5 hours ago, and So basically the agreement was to have a bunch of tests done, and so the people on the call split into different teams to do some testing on their own, and the agreement is to meet at some point. I think the hour was already established. I can't remember, but give a good enough amount of time for people to run those tests, and for the people that weren't we're on the dark side of the earth at the moment, for them to wake up and look at the information and test, and then meet back again tomorrow to see if everyone feels okay about the test being done, and they can call it the mainnet. But it's, people are being, I think, prudent with how because once you declare it, launched, then you can't go back. So I'm referring to the engineers, and the engineers are all on the more of the security side, saying, hey, let's test this all very properly, because it's a marathon and not a sprint.
Yeah,
so I'm agreeing with them.
You make a good point. It's almost like the old adage of you measure twice and you cut once, right? So
yeah, because it's a marathon and not a sprint.
Yeah. Hey, Yetse, welcome.
Yeah, hi. How are you doing?
Doing well, yeah. And we have Boy as well, just joined in.